Hey everyone, John here from All Miniatures Great and Small. Today's what's on the table slash 3D printing. So we're going to be talking about some miniatures from Golden Dragon Games. They're found on My Mini Factory. I've highlighted them before. My Imperial Guard Army's vehicles are basically all from their range. They're very World War II inspired Gothic miniatures, but they've also spun this line into kind of his own history with lots of different cool factions. I'll have a link down in the description below. Please go check out his stuff. I just love it. I've only printed his American stuff, but he's got German stuff, Japanese stuff, and it's all super cool and a lot of fantastical stuff. All right, so the new Imperial Guard, or Astra Militarum, if you will, Codex came out. And I've been trying to play all of the new detachments. One of the new detachments was a mechanized list where infantry hops out of transports. Very simple stuff. So I wanted to give that a go against my friend Sam. He brought over his Necron, so we had planned a game. But really, I only had about 10 days, 12 days to prepare this army. Now I have a pretty large Imperial Guard army. I printed a lot of chimeras, but I didn't want to use the chimera. They recently went up in price, and the synergy for this list I felt was going to be more with the Taurox. So Savior Golden Dragon Games came in, and they had a really cool American half-track proxy. So I printed up 6 of these bad boys to be Tauroxes and Taurox Primes. Now, speed was of the essence, and I didn't really have time to do everything in resin, and I didn't think I needed to. So these models are a hybrid of resin and FDM. One, it makes them lighter and a little bit more sturdy, I think. And two, it's hard to notice. You can notice, don't get me wrong, you can notice the parts that are FDM over resin. Particularly this, I don't know if you can see the door if I hit the light just right. The hood, I guess that's not a door. You can see some of the artifacting or stair-stepping from the FDM process. If I had done it at a higher resolution in FDM or a smaller nozzle, sure, it might have taken twice as long, but it probably would have been a nice result. Even with a similar time FDM to resin, the FDM doesn't have any cleanup. With resin, even once the print is done, you have to wash the parts, you have to cure the parts, it's all messy, you got to put on gloves and a face mask. Whereas the FDM, you just pop it off the build plate and it's ready to go. So I took the model, I made just a few minor alterations to it, and basically the body, the wheels and the tracks are all done in FDM. I guess the roller is done in FDM too. The lid, or the roof, the turret, the weapons, the side guns are all resin. So those have a little bit more detail. And here, let me get a little bit closer so you can kind of see what we're talking about here. But I was able to knock out 6 of these. It took maybe 3 or 4 days to print all of this, including a second Rogel Dorn, which I'll show you guys in a second. And then it took about a week or 5 days to paint all of it. So really a rush job. The weathering is just airbrushed on, all the camos airbrushed on. The only thing I really hand painted were the gun details, the metallic details. The place where I think you can tell the most where FDM has let me down are these exhausts here coming out. They are very rough as part of the FDM process. But, I think it's great for what it is, and personally I think it looks good. I'll be interested to hear your comment. So you got this, the roof, the turret is all, like I said, resin. Same thing here, the same exact body, except instead of a turret, it's got a gunner's position with a storm bolter. But otherwise, they're pretty much identical. The roof is a little bit different design, but otherwise it's pretty good. So I printed 6 of those, 3 of each of the Prime and the regular Taurox. I also wanted to, because now they added Rogal Dorn tank commanders, I wanted to add an extra one. So I had one, and I wanted to add a second one. Yes, I'm tempted to do 4 or 6, because you could have 6 in the list now, but I'm not going to be that guy. All right, so I figured 2 makes me that guy enough. So what do we have here? One of these I already printed and was completely resin, and the other is a hybrid combination. Now, just looking to see if you can tell really easily at this range, and then we'll kind of go in. So this one here is the all resin one. So I did this one about a year or 2 ago. I'm using Army Painter's airbrush paints, the green military triad for this. And then this one I did this week. And it's nice. You can see that pretty much my painting recipe I was able to follow exactly. And then so this one is a combination of FDM and resin. The turret is obviously resin. A lot of this is resin. But if we take off the turret, you can see a little bit more how this is actually 3 pieces, 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces on the back. And the centerpiece is made out of FDM, and it's hollow. And then, this part's resin, this part's resin. What that does is, this part you really don't see that much with the turret, because the turret's so honking big. And it makes it lighter. This tank is significantly lighter than this tank. But yeah, I mean, if I saw these 2 on the tabletop, I wouldn't be able to tell at a glance which one was which, and I built the thing. So, and then I like this kit because everything can be magnetized. I don't think there's an option for Rogal Dorns to have other things here, but if it did, you could swap those out very easily. These things can come out. You can put different versions in there. The front barrel is magnetized. Because the Rogal Dorn can have 2 barrels, I think, yeah, this is just magnetized. So you could put in it's like a double battle cannon or something like that. Yeah, so, I mean, I love it. So there you go, guys. That is what's on the table. I'm not going to be filming and doing the 40K report, mainly because 40K is just covered all over the internet, all over YouTube, and it's done so well, so professionally, that I'm not going to even bother with it. I will post on Facebook and other places the results of that battle with Sam, but really, when I'm playing 40K, I'm just doing it for my friends. I do have a love-hate relationship with 40K. I love the theme. I love the models. I love playing with my buddies. But as far as a game system goes, I hate it. And as far as Games Workshop's pricing and strategy, release strategy, I just can't stand it either. So I would much rather play other games, but 40K is a convenient game. Everybody knows how to play it, and the models are pretty sweet, so it's always a trade-off. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this short video. If you did, please do consider giving us a like and subscribe. Check out Golden Dragon Games on My Mini Factory. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. I just wanted to let you know how happy I am with the company, and if you check it out and like what you see, let them know Amgas sent you. All right, well, there you go, guys. Again, thanks for watching. Please do consider also checking out our YouTube memberships. That helps us do what we're doing here, continue doing that. and any little bit would help. But otherwise, like I said, like and subscribe would be fantastic as well. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and keep on gaming.